Is it audible now?
Yes, you're good. I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, good day, everyone. I'll just briefly introduce myself and go straight into what we are going to be learning today or looking at today. So my name is Anna Aigbe. I am a product engineer for Zoho apps such as CRM and analytics. And today we're going to learn how to break down data silos and make smarter decisions from them using Zoho Analytics. So I'll just briefly ask some few icebreaker questions just to get us familiar with what we're talking about. So I want to know if anyone is currently using any Zoho application or Zoho Analytics itself or any BI tools. Anyone? Or you've done small research on it, you've juggled with the application per se. Anyone? All right. Okay, so I'll just go straight into what we are going to do today. It seems like we are now looking at the application for the first time. So I'll just explain what I have come up with today. I will go from there. So agenda today is, first of all, to identify the problem, which is data silos in small and medium businesses. I have consequences of such as slow, duplicated, or error-prone reporting. Then our solution, which is Zoho Analytics, a brief overview of what Zoho Analytics is and what Zoho Analytics is able to do. And also the benefits of using Zoho Analytics. Then we can round up with a brief demo of the application, and if there are any questions, I'll be taking them. So this demo in particular will just make you understand how things work in Zoho Analytics and just leave you with a few ways on how you can navigate the application yourself. So the problem with the data silo problem. Now, I will just briefly define what a data silo is. A data silo is when data is isolated in a particular system or a department or a tool and is not easily accessible or shared with other parts of the businesses. So for example, you have, for example, let's say your sales team is currently using the CRM. It has its own data. Everything is kept in that unified spot. Another example is the finance department has their own reports that they have, but there is no linkage between them. So each team or software keeps its own version of data, and there's little or no integration across systems. So the finance reports or the finance data cannot interact with how sales or leads are being generated. So it makes it difficult to get a single unified view of business. So like I explained before, I said the sales team keeps their leads in the CRM, finance keeps their reports in whatever platform they're using at that point in time. You also have the marketing department, which has Excels that they keep, but there is no unified integration between them. So because the systems don't talk to each other, management can't see full customer journey or real-time business performance. So they are not able to get those data coming together so that they are able to make decisions from them as business should. Then you can see that it leads to error-prone and inconsistent reporting. So if you are doing manual ways of moving data from each other, it will lead to inconsistent reporting. Another way is difficult to get a unified business view. Now, quickly move to the consequences of disconnected data. First of all, it is the slow decision to fragmented data. So it doesn't allow each department or the head of the team to make quick decisions due to how different or how in place the data is. Then you have duplicated efforts, manual data and entry reconciliation, error-prone reports, and inconsistent KPIs, and hidden opportunities lost. So you will go to the root cause analysis and scenario, which is, I've given examples earlier, where you have the CRM, a finance tool, and a marketing tool that are not in place. So imagine reconciling sales from, for example, from Shopify or payment from a bank app and customer details from Zoho every month. How do you sync them automatically and how can they be visualized in one place? And that is where Zoho Analytics comes to play. So Zoho Analytics position itself as an all-in-one business intelligence for small and medium businesses. The key fact is that it has over 16,000 customers and 3 million users. One of the core values I believe Zoho Analytics is able to do is able to connect. That is where the all the data that is in silos is able to bring them together into one, would I say workspace? Let's use workspace. And you're able to now visualize information from that data and you can now collaborate with different teams. So in the organization of the Zoho Analytics, you have different workspaces for each department and each department is able to see what data they're generating at that point in time, and you can bring it together and pull it in a whole dashboard to see how that works. I'll just briefly show you how it is in the CRM. Please, can you see my screen?
Yes, well, good.
Okay, all right. I mean, I'm sharing a new screen. Are you able to see that?
I can see it. Yeah, we can see now.
Okay, all right. Okay, so this is basically how analytics is the main interface of the homepage. These boxes that we have here are called workspaces. So in an organization, when you create or when you subscribe to Zoho, you have them in workspaces. So you have your finance team having their workspace, you have your marketing having their workspace, and so on and so forth. And in this workspace, you can see how different you're able to visualize different reports, different tables together to form dashboard. So you can see that there are dashboards here. You have reports. Let me go to one that has a report or a table. So these are table-like reports. Okay, that's just a brief introduction. Now I'll go back to what we are looking at. Okay. So then again, Zoho connects up to 500 data sources. So you're able to connect 500 data sources. So you can have scenarios where your data are in CSV files. You can have scenarios where your data is in another application entirely. You can have your data in Shopify, have your data in Instagram. It's able to bring all those applications together and integrate it. You can also have it in forms of database, APIs, and files. I'll just briefly show you how that looks like. Okay. So if you go to the home page, you can see something where it says import your data. If you click on import your data, depending on what you would like to import, it gives you various options. So you can import as a CSV file, Excel, import as database, import as an application from an application itself, import even integrate Zoho applications itself. So if you use the Zoho one bundle and you currently use books or you use CRM, it's able to do that importation for you. Okay, so the next thing is automatic sync with schedule or real time. So the most viable example I can give is if you are integrating or importing data from the CRM, it is able to show you where you can, once the importation is done, let me just go back and show you how that is like. So you can see data sources here. Okay, let me go to one that has. So these are CRM reports. If you go to the data source tab, you can see that it does auto syncing, where it's able to give you the sync history and sync data as per how you would like to sync it. So go back to custom connectors for in-house apps. Then the next thing is I'll just explain what each I want to call it a concept, like the structure of how Zoho Analytics is. I'll just briefly explain. I've talked about it briefly, but I'll quickly explain it. So we have let me share that screen again. So this as a whole, this is your organization. If you were to be using Zoho Analytics, this is your organization that you have different workspaces in. So organization is just like the company's BI container where all workspaces and all sharing is done. So all your reports, all your dashboards are managed in that organization. Then we go to the workspace, which I explained here. So each of these small boxes represents is a workspace. And a workspace is more of like a project folder where data, reports, tables, and dashboards are generated specifically to a particular department or a particular subject. For example, if you want to have your finance workspace, everything that pertains to finance, as per their any reports being generated, any dashboard being created, is in this workspace. Then in a workspace, you can have, like I mentioned, you can have dashboards, you can have tables. So tables are just the, how do I say it? The how the data sets are represented. So whether if you've imported from an CSV file or apps of data, they come in tables. So they have basically, I mean, the table has rows and columns where your raw data lives. Then we have query table, which is another form of an advanced data layer where you are able to generate the tables yourself or as per how you want to see them, how you want to visualize that table. So you create an SQL. It's here. Let me just open it. So if you go to create new tables, you can create it via this importing a table or a query table. This is the advanced one where you use SQL queries to generate how you want to view that data. Okay. Then the next ones you have the reports. So I just briefly come here. I come to reports. They're just basically how you visualize your data, and reports are of various ways you can visualize it. It can come in a chart, it can come in a bar chart, come in a scattered plot, it can come in a line plot. I think there are over 500 ways you can visualize it. Yes, so that's about it for report. Then dashboards just is a collection of how you see or how you want to visualize the data that you've gotten. So after visualizing, after creating a chart, how do you want to put them together in a more appealing or compelling way that is more understandable for who wants to see that data? So yes, and the last one is just an AI assistant that Zoho has known as Zia, where you are able to ask Zia to query your data in plain English. So here you can ask Zia how you want to see a particular data that you have. See, it even gives you recommendation prompts on what you want to do. Okay, so yes, so this is, I mean, this is part of what I've explained it earlier. You're able to join from multiple sources. Integrates with Zoho and third-party applications, and also data prep studio for cleaning and transformation. And this is where I talked about the reports which have when after you've generated a report, you're able to build dashboards and keep in templates and make it in a visually appealing way for whoever you would like to present that data for. I mean, it gives you a 360 view of how you want to represent that data. Then allows collaboration via shared dashboards and scheduled emails. That is, you can share with people that you've added to your organization. You can share with the finance team if they're there. You can share with whoever you want to share with. So we go to benefit of a unified analytics solution. It says one, time saving. There's no more manual merging, so you don't have to copy and paste, create a new Excel sheet, copy and paste from each Excel sheet and put it together. You have fewer errors. That is, it gives you the way you feed it the data as per the if the data is correctly imputed into your various applications, it feeds it that way and it's able to give you the real thing that is going on within the system. You're also able to make faster decisions with always up-to-date dashboards, as Zoho Analytics gives you the edge of auto-syncing. That is, you once the importation is done, you can sync in such a way that you update it every time. For example, like I gave earlier, I said the CRM. If you're integrating with the CRM, it allows you choose how you auto sync the data from the CRM so that nothing is left behind and your reports are always updated. Then collaboration is wide access, team access. So everyone that you've allowed or you've given permission to view that report is able to view that report when needed. So yes, that comes. We've come to an end of the end of this session. Not really the end, but I'm just explaining how the concept was. So I'll just briefly do a demo on Zoho Analytics, how you can import a report, not import a report, but import data after importing reports that you can create and add it to a dashboard so that you just have a look and feel of how it is. And when you also want to try it on your own, you know how to easily navigate the application. So I'll just quickly do that. Okay. So to begin with, I will just import a sample data that analytics is able to give you. They give this sample data just for you to test out. So I'm going to be using that to test today. So if I click on import Excel and I name it my sales Excel, so it gives me description, add file type, this. So I just click on try sample. So I'll try sample data from here. Select, I click on next, choose everything that it looks to sales data. Okay, so it gives me that data, generates it. Yes, set empty values for column. Set, and you create it. Let's call this product table for sales. Okay, so we create it. Good. So this is just an imported summary that it shows that the table has been imported. So it takes you straight to the sales table. So this is Zia's part where it does this suggestion. So it's able to give you or suggest dashboards that it has created based on that table that you've given it. So this is something Zoho Analytics is able to do based on whatever you fed it. It will give you predefined or already defined dashboards that you have. So I can save it. So I'll just go back to um, so say I want to create a bar chart based on sales by region, because if you look into this table here, we have region. So we want to do sales by region by creating a bar chart that is supposed to do or generate the sum of sales amounts that it gets. So I'll just come to here that we have reports. We say create new reports. So I do a chart view, which is a bar chart that I want to create. So this gives the X and Y axis. This just adds other identifications for how you want to see your data. So the color of data, what would you like to put there? So since you are doing a sum of sales amount, I will drag my sales, a sum of it based on the region. Okay, let's try the other way. So region on the x-axis and sales, sum of it. So it gives the sum of sales as per each region that that data set has. So I can pick maybe product, put product as the color. So as the product. So how you want to see the data, it basically gives this, but this is too much. Let's just leave it as it is. And this is just a simple one. So you save it as sum of sales region. No, I'm doing just sales by region. So we save it in the sales analysis. Sales analysis. Okay, that is one report. So if I want to view it, see it in a wider view. That's one report that we've created. So another report or another thing I could generate from here, come back to reports, create reports. We can generate the top 5 products from, like, you want to see the number of products that are being sold or the more products I have been interested in. So I put the products in your x-axis. It all depends on how you want to visualize your data or how you want to see it. I feel like you have to come to a conclusion to that. Okay, this is what I need to do as per my business process, and you visualize it in that way. So I put the products here, and I put the sum of sales. Yeah, so okay. Then you generate it. So you can apply top five. You can apply a filter that filters it by top five. Yes, so generated. This is what it gives you. So you save the table as top products, sales by products. You save it. Then, when you're also able to create KPI widgets, that is in the dashboard area, you're able to add small widgets that give you particular data that you want to see. Let me just open that. So if I come to dashboard, I click on create new dashboard. Create new dashboard. So this is where I drag and drop all the reports that I've created. So we were able to create one in the sales part, which is sales by region. So I drag it here, see it here. And I also drag the one I created here, see it. So you can add user filter. User filters are based on how you want to see it. So if you want to see products customer name, you drag it here. So it saves it as that. So how you want to see it, that's what this user filter is for. You drag it as per how you want to see it. So for example, if you say you have a sales, you want to see how much product a salesperson is selling, you can drag the salesperson's name or the salesperson's field there, and you select how the person is selling the product. Then to add widget KPIs, you can drag it here. You drag it. Let's say we want to create a KPI of maybe total customers that you have there. Just a small data that you want to see. Choose template, select columns. The data column is the customer that you have, customer names that you have, customer count. By group by products, then you save it. So you can have different KPIs for that. And it also gives you the advantage to select themes that you have, how you want to display it. Say this, you want to change the color, you want to change the layout, how it should look like. And it allows you also add different tabs. So you can have different tabs for each data. So say you want to add a new tab, you add a new tab and add your reports to it, come down to reports, show the total customer by name, cost, add it here, add it there, and add widget as you like. You can also name it the name and customer data. Save it. You can add images. Say your company logo you would like to add it at the top. You can add where you can add images to it. So I can drag and drop my title here.